How you doing, YouTube, and everybody that's trying to join the military? My name is Donnell. I'm joining the Army, but I'm doing Army Reserves. And the purpose of this video is for me to, fill people in on like the whole military experience. And if you have any questions, as I'm going through the whole process and everything, I'll answer them for you. I'm doing this video here about MEPS because I know before I went in I had a whole bunch of questions and everything, and I was so curious about everything, and people was like, oh, their experiences is different, according to where they were and everything. So I went to MEPS twice actually. I had the lucky chance to go twice, and to be honest with you, it wasn't really that bad, but that's not something that you just really want to do, just go up there twice, waste all that time. The first time I went up there, I just went up there to do my physical because my recruiter told me that there was so many people going up there that weekend that I wouldn't have that much time, so I just have to do my physical and I'll be done. And to be honest with you, turns out like I actually did have time. I was actually one of the first people finished, so I got lucky. So just sitting there the whole time, just like watching everybody, swear in and everything, just like kind of got to me, but try not to pay that much attention. And the physical is like by far the worst part, I guess, because you have to do all this extra stuff, and you sitting waiting and everything. I know we got out the hotel. We left the hotel probably around 5 something, probably about 5:45, in the bus. I went to Fort.Lee for MEPS, because I'm in Virginia, and we got there probably almost 6 o'clock, and we pulled up. A Marine guy came on the bus and instructed us to get our stuff. He was real quick, just said get our stuff and get off the bus, line up. So we all lined up in front of MEPS, and they told us to back up to the street. He made us get into 6 different lines, 3 on one side, 3 on the other side. 3 on his right were the people who were shipping out the boot camp, because if you ship out the boot camp, then you're going to MEPS also. The other people on the other side were, people who were just coming to do their physical, swearing in. Some people took their ASVAB, which I recommend you take before you do all that. And we walked in. I was like in the front of the line, so as I went in, they make you take everything out your pockets. Don't bring any weapons, anything like that. Don't do nothing stupid. Just take your stuff out your pocket, put it inside your bag. They tell you to go into the room, lock your stuff up, and then you head to your liaison. Your liaison, that's where you basically start everything. You have your packet that your recruiter gave you, and you hand it in to the liaison. He or she checks your file to let you know what you're going to do for the day. After that, they tell you where to go. As far as if you're doing the physical, they're going to tell you go to your medical, go to the medical station, and once you're in there, that's where you at for 5 hours, I guess. You do like your hearing and everything. You get your eyes checked. If you have contacts, they're gonna make you take your contacts out. They're not gonna let you take your contacts out right there. They make you go all the way to the bathroom and come back, which I didn't really get. They said it wasn't really sanitary, but anybody that has contacts know that it really is anything. Just take them out and you're alright. After that, you go into this room, and inside the room they brief you on, this is guy, he gives you this packet, gives you all these papers and stuff, and they tell you what you need to do and all that. And it's pretty long, but it gets pretty long, but you know, when you're sitting in there waiting, you eventually end up talking to people, you know, joking around and stuff, 'cause you know, you all going through the same process, so you get bored. So of course people gonna sit and gonna joke and stuff. After that, you go to do like all your other like various things that you have to do. You have to do a P test. You get watched while you're taking your P test or whatever. It's no big deal, you know. Some guys like they had a problem with it, but you know, I had to pee, like I filled up the cup, like the cup was almost overflowing and everything, so I had to dump some out. I had no problem peeing because, you know, sit on that bus and everything, all nervous and stuff after you just had, you know, whatever you had for breakfast. You know, you're gonna be, you know, your bladder's gonna be kind of full. They give you a blood test. Alright, so if you're scared of needles, you know, you don't have to get over that, trust me. The lady that took my blood was kind of nice. I had a Deadpool shirt on. She kept asking me about comic books and all that stuff, and she was pretty cool. She left a needle in my arm though. That was kind of weird. Like, she was talking to me and she like took the vial out, you know, and she was looking around and stuff, and she had actually left the needle in my arm, and she's like, oh well, I didn't get enough, and they put it back in there. Like, I don't know, it was kind of weird. After that, you go into the doctor's office, and you know, the doctor was a real a-hole, real. Like, I mean, I guess I would too if you had to like feel guys' nuts and stuff every day and look inside their butts every day. I'll be a real a-hole too. Like, you have to. Yeah, you know, you have to pull your pants down. You have to, you know, hold your nuts and cough, everything. And you have to bend over and spread your cheeks. And he checks for whatever he checks for. He doesn't touch you or anything. He just looks. And you know, that is that. And it is gonna suck when you do it, because like, why am I doing this for this old guy, you know? But anyway, you won't even think about it after a while, because you know, you're tired and you know, got so much other stuff to do. After that, you go in the room, you do your little duck walk and everything. I mean, it's not that bad. Everybody's like overhyping and making it seem like, oh, it's like the worst thing ever, but it's not. It's not that bad, you know. I mean, the worst thing is, like, you know, you sitting in a room and you're just in your boxers in that cold room with a whole bunch of other dudes, but you know, you find a way to, you know, laugh about it eventually. I know I was nervous because I had to get taped, and anybody that needs to get taped, you know, it's kind of something to like kind of stress you out, because you want to make sure you make that weight, because they tell you, oh, they don't do it like at your recruiting station. They don't really care. So I mean, it's not that bad. If you really have to, you know, suck it in, you know. That's kind of what I did. I just got puffed up a little bit, and I mean, after that, really didn't really do much that time. Once you're done, you know, you go back. Everybody was in my group and stuff, because I finished first. Everybody was in my group. They swore in that day, and I was just sitting there like, oh God, waiting for my recruiter. So I was done about 10 something. I didn't leave until like 4 something, waiting for my recruiter. I was kind of pissed about that. Okay, the second time I came, alright, you know, almost the same thing, you know, same deal, you know, introduction. You go to your liaison side, but since I had already did my physical and everything, your liaison tells you, okay, alright, just sit out here and wait, because they do, for the swearing in process, they only do the shippers first, like people that's going to boot camp first. So you gotta wait till all of them get out the way, and that's gonna take a while, you know, because there's so many people coming in and they have set schedules, set times, and everything. So you're gonna be waiting for a while if you were like me. Once your wait is over, you go back to your liaison. They call you back in there. Then they tell you to go to the front desk and wait in line so you can talk to these other people about your contract, I guess, or like if you have a security clearance and everything, they're gonna, you know, go phase 1 and all that stuff. When you go in there, it's like they ask you who do you want your money to go to. Like if something happened to you, you get, you know, X amount of dollars. I don't even know if I'm supposed to like say that, but you say who you want that to go to. I said my mother. Who you want your body and everything to go to if something happened to you. I said my mother. They do your fingerprints and everything. It's kind of funny because when I did the fingerprint like scanning thing, the machine would not work for some reason. So, you know, something that was supposed to be like real quick, I was sitting up there for like 30 minutes, like they trying to get my fingerprints and everything. And the dude I was up there talking to and joking with, he was sitting there looking at me laughing. He was like, "Man, what, you broke the machine?" I was like, "Man, shut up," because they had to sit there and like scan it. And eventually they got the machine working and everything. And it's funny because like the prints they got right there were like worse than the first prints when the thing wasn't working. That was funny. And it was kind of sucked because I was sitting there like standing up for that long. After that, you know, you go back in there and you wait some more. And you know, I mean, it wasn't that bad waiting, because like after a while I just had a group of guys. I was just sitting, like we were just sitting around talking and joking and stuff. A couple of us was like Army, you know, I'm doing the Army. A few Air Force guys and a Navy guy. The Air Force guys, you know, they were funny. They were joking around and stuff. He was saying, so yeah, you gonna be on the front line and everything and all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, I get to pick my job though, because he was sitting around looking all stupid with his paper. They had a list of jobs that he can get, but he didn't really want and everything. I was laughing at him, everything, you know, giving each other flack. What else? You know, after you sit, you know, you go back to your liaison and they tell you, okay, they're gonna call for your swearing in ceremony and everything. And after that, you're basically done almost. And you're sitting there waiting for your swearing in ceremony, but you remember it's still early. You probably won't swear in till like 2, really, because so many shippers are going through and everything for each branch, and they have to do their stuff for each branch. And it turns out like the guys I was sitting there joking around with the whole time with the same guys I got to swear in with, so it was funny. So we were joking the whole time, and I mean, you really have to, because if you sit there quiet the whole time, all you're gonna do is sit and watch NCIS Los Angeles all day, because that's all was on TV. They wouldn't change it from the USA channel. That sucked. Like, I hate that show. Once you go in and swear in, you know, you take your picture, you do some more fingerprints. You're gonna do a lot of fingerprint stuff when you go up there. You go in the room. I thought it was gonna be like a big room, like it's gonna be like a big ceremony type thing. I don't know why. You go in the same room that you walked past and didn't even notice, and just, you know, stand at attention, raise your hand, repeat after the guy. After 5 minutes, you're done, and then you walk out and you wait for your recruiter. Well, if you're in the Army, like you get your bag. you get a bag like this, everything, and inside that bag is a shirt. Mine is in a washer right now because I just wore it when I worked out. But inside that bag, you know, you got your shirt and everything. And you're done, so you gotta sit there and wait for your recruiter, and it sucked because I had to wait till 4 something again for my recruiter, and I was done probably around 1ish or 2ish maybe. I don't know. Just sitting there waiting like sucked though. Like, I know I had to wait later than I did the first time I came, and that sucked because there's a group of us, and the girl that was in the group with me and my recruiters, well, the recruiter came to pick us up, she was like in like the last group, to swear in, and I was in the first group to swear in. So imagine how long that took. Like, I don't even want to talk about that, but I mean, after that you're done, and if you're like how we were, we had to talk to our commander on our way back and everything. We didn't get back in time to, you know, talk to our actual recruiters in time, so your recruiter's gonna call you, you know, set you up for your future soldier training. If you're reserve like me, he's gonna take you to your reserve unit and everything. You're gonna get your schedule and everything. So, you know, I ship out, you know, I got my ship date. I'm a 92 Alpha, that's an automated logistics specialist. I ship out January 21st at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. My AIT is in Fort.Lee, Virginia, so it's like an hour, probably like an hour and a half away from my house, so it's not that bad. And yeah, any questions like about the whole MEPS thing, you know, just feel free to ask me, and I'll continue to post more videos, you know, as I'm going through this process. You know, I have my first drill. I mean, when you're in reserves, you actually can drill and everything until you will go to boot camp, but you don't sit there and you don't do anything. That's what they told me. You don't do anything, just sit there and you still get paid. So I guess I'll make a video after that. That's like in a few weeks. So yeah, have any questions, you know, just ask me, hit me up. Peace.